day 11 of 90 to our launch for findacoolboss.com, the job recruiting platform that's actually going to be the boss employee matching platform. So if you haven't heard about it already, so we're working hard on that. This is day 11. Started the day off with a business networking meeting. That went really well. Once again, if you're in business for yourself or you're a business leader in a company, be sure to get out there and meet some people. You know, it's not all about you. How can you help others, right? And it's unbelievable who you can bump into. This morning, small group. It was really cool though because I walked in, seeing it, and I'm like, okay, so how's this gonna go? And then the next thing you know, you start meeting some new people, some amazing people. All of them passionate about what they do. That's why they're there. They're taking the time out of their day to be there. But I met some really, really cool people today that I'm going to be talking with in the near future because right now I'm thinking about we're at the stage now for findacoolboss.com and the coolest boss ever, um, the platform there, the movement that we're doing to step up the level of leadership, effective leadership, the leadership that we need, and that companies need and employees need for the 2020 going into 2024. We need it more than ever, and that really comes down to three main things. There's got to be autonomy, there's got to be connection, all right, and there's got to be some way of growth and development that they see, and that'll lead into what I want to talk about today, which is the infamous P word. So I'll get into that in just a minute. But first, yeah, really cool. I'm looking for people. They're all business professionals at these meetings, and I'm looking to start building the team. This is something that's going to be really huge, and there's going to be a lot of people going, "Whoa, I remember way back when," and I'll be the first one to say that. Well, I remember way back when at day one, day two, day three, and even all the preliminary planning up until I started the 90-day launch, so to speak. But I met some really cool people, and I want to get some of these people on board now as part of our team because at this level, and if in its infancy, this is when you find out who's in it, right? Who's in it for to offer their services and be the best they can be to help contribute to what you're trying to do. And in this case, what I'm building and all the people that support what I want to do and what I'm doing, so that they can be a part of it too. So maybe it's part of your professional team. In this case, bookkeeping, accounting, you know, obviously marketing. I do a lot of marketing, but it comes a time when you have to develop that team. And so, you got to walk your talk. And in my case, my talk is about building the team. I don't want to do all the work. You cannot do all the work. And the reality is other people are better at other things than you are. I have a lot of vision, and when I want to create something, I have a lot of persistence and resilience and all of that. But there are people out there that are going to be better at certain aspects that I want part of the team because it's great to have that mastermind that so you can do that brainstorming with your team. And if you don't have that with your current team, then that's part of effective leadership is creating that environment that of innovation and that everybody has good ideas. Most of them won't lead to anything, but some of them will, and some of them won't be your ideas. So that being said, great meeting this morning. Got home, started working on other aspects of the launch. So there's infrastructure, there's the marketing, the exposure, there's the credibility. So you're putting out great info, which I like to do with these videos, even though I'm just documenting pretty much my day in terms of getting this thing launched next year and what I'm doing to get ready for the most part to do it, to build up to it. um, you know so there's a lot going on. But the P word, what is the P word? So the P word, and this is something that I've always used in my current business in my martial arts school when someone wanted to be part of the team. So it wasn't about the skills, as far as martial arts, self-defense, teaching, interaction with people. Huge thing for our school. You could be the greatest physical martial artist in the world, but you might not align with our school. Meaning, we really take the way we convey the information. We want it not to just be a physical benefit, but a mental, a psychological benefit as well, so that they can take what they're learning here. As a modern martial arts school, you want to take the best of the old school stuff, which is primarily physical, and you want to add in the personal development stuff that's going to help them and benefit them every day. I sure hope they're not, trying to defend themselves every day and using those skills. And, God willing, they don't have to defend themselves ever. But it is a kind of crazy world out there right now. But they will use these other skills, and you have to know how to teach that. And that takes a lot of training, a lot of research, continuous, right? Constant and never ending improvement. I see so many martial arts instructors, they get set, they teach the way their instructor taught them, who taught the way their instructor taught them. And they say, well, this is the way it was 2,000 years ago. All this new stuff is, you're selling out. And I mean, there is a kernel of truth to that for some schools, that, yeah, it is all about rah-rahs and high fives and thumbs up to keep them in your school. But that's all external motivation, and it's short-lived. You can use the old school, the intense, the stuff that you think of in the old martial arts, the fighters and all of that, of the pre-80s type of training for the most part, or possibly MMA training nowadays. But MMA training brings up another one. I mean, you will get indirect benefits from training MMA. You'll learn how to deal with fear. You'll learn commitment and sacrifice and all those. But it's normally not directly taught to you. And you have to be really into it to get that indirect um, benefit from it. And some do. But for the most part, especially children, you teach an MMA, mixed martial arts, you basically teach them the physical aspect and hoping they get the indirect mental benefits. But if you don't know how to convey those lifelong skills, those inside skills, um, then you're just hoping they get it. And unfortunately, you're going to get a lot of people that are taking the physical skills and then abusing that, and just totally using the outside or the physical aspect of the training. So that's not what we do. We like to have the best of both worlds, and that just takes a lot of work and a lot of training. Um, that being said, the P word, what do I ask? The first question I'll ask when somebody comes in, besides their name and all the preliminaries like that, but I'm going to ask them why. Why do you want to be part of our team? What is your purpose? And then I'll be the first one to say and also explain to them what our purpose is in our school. And I do this with other companies as well. You may know the purpose, especially if you're the founder or the CEO, and maybe some of the higher uppers in management or what have you in leadership roles. But that purpose has to be a vibe throughout the company, especially nowadays where people are aligning themselves with companies that share the same purpose. Now, whether that's an environmental thing or some sort of more social justice thing, whatever it may be, that purpose has to be in front of the show here, because you could have everything else. You could have the pay, the bonuses, this, that, even growth in the company. But if they don't agree and align with what your company stands for, and they'll look it up, they'll Google it, they'll find out what's up. If you say your purpose is to help, people from a third world country have clean drinking water, let's just say, all right? Because you hear some of that from some of these really, really great companies that are contributing to that. But if that's what you say you do, they're going to want to see that in all of your social media and other aspects of your business and how you market it. Now, if they walk into the company and they don't hear it, they don't feel it, no one's talking about it, then how can you say that's the purpose of your company? And even if it is, they don't think it is, they don't feel it. And when you're not around, they're not going to express it. You're not going to see it in their work. Otherwise, if you don't have that purpose, then your job just becomes a job, a way to make money, a way for them to, support their living. And you don't really want that, especially nowadays, because people will just move on to the next thing, move on. We don't just have in person anymore. We have so much remote, so much hybrid, so much in person, but we have so much remote. People don't have to go to a physical location as much as they used to. So that means their market is much greater. So it's all on how you look at it, but you need to have that purpose. And if I was to walk into your company, I want to know, what is that purpose? I want to feel it. You can tell me all you want. I'm going to look at the walls. I'm going to listen to the people that are in and out interacting, and they should feel it. Obviously in our personal development, our martial arts personal development center, you can feel empowerment, you can feel positivity, you can feel strength, both on the inside and the outside. People where the expectations are to be your best, no excuses. That doesn't mean you have to be great at everything, because nobody's great at everything. But you do have to do your best, not try your best. Why would someone say, I'm going to try my best? You're going to try your best? People that say, and this is what I believe, and they probably don't intend to mean this, but if you're telling me you're going to try to do your best, what I interpret that is you're going to give it, you're going to kind of do your best to make a good effort. To me, I interpret it as more of an effort thing. You're going to try your best. And the reason why you would say that to me unintentionally, you would say that, but really it's because maybe you're thinking, well, maybe I don't know if my best is good enough. So if I say I'm going to try my best, then it kind of gives me a little exit in case it's not good enough. And that's so normal. But that is what stifles, innovation. People are afraid to give their feedback or afraid to give their ideas because they don't think they're going to be good enough, and people are going to laugh at them or not listen to them, and they're going to feel rejection. A lot of these primal things that are important to us as humans. But the reality is, you know, just do your best, and know and actually believe that your best will be good enough. Now, that being said, the caveat here is obviously you have to be qualified at least at a base level for whatever job you're hired for. So you can't just go in there with no, qualifications and think that you're just going to, oh, I'll be my best, I'll do my best and everything will be great. No, of course not. You have to be productive. You have to be an asset to the company. And that's where the company comes in. They're going to hire people that maybe have a base expertise in whatever they're looking for, a base. They don't have to be superstars. In fact, they may want to intentionally find someone that has the base qualifications, but they're so able to train them and guide them and develop them in the way they want for their company. So that way they're not dealing with old habits that may not align with what they do. There should always be flexibility. Everything, the outcome shouldn't be 100% set in stone, because you just don't know what you don't know. And somebody else, even an employee versus a leader in the company, they may know things that you just didn't know that would be better and more productive. So you always want to have that feeling that, your people can be like, well, look, we all share this purpose. We want the best. We want to be able to serve and solve, for the public or the consumer, the client, whoever it may be. And our company is just a vehicle to do that. And I will do my best in order to contribute to that. All right. So the P word, purpose. You got to have that purpose, and your company's got to be glowing with what it is. It's in your marketing materials. It's in the core values. It's in the vision. It's in the mission. It's all of that. And when everybody in the company shares that, when everyone shares that, and I have a lot of really cool things to share in future videos when it comes to core values and how those are so powerful. It's not like this, like, oh, core values, and nobody really cares when it's everyone's grinding during the day, no one's thinking about core values and stuff. Well, you'd be surprised, but it really does. It is very powerful part of building that dream team, and that's really what I like to do. I like to take company founders, owners slash business leaders in a company, and I want to help them build that dream team. A dream team meaning a team of employees that align with the company, that share the values, share the vision, share the mission, the purpose, and will do it whether you're standing there in the company or not. You could be on the other side of the world. It wouldn't matter to them, because they share those values and the purpose of your company, and they know what they got to do to get the job done. So that's the power. So I would strongly encourage you, if you are the founder, the CEO, the leadership roles, that you sit down and think, what are the values of this company? What is the purpose? Do I share that purpose personally? And how can we share that and get that into our company culture, so that it's at a point where that's what drives performance. That's what drives the performance. I mean, bottom line is this: when you really are passionate about something, meaning there's purpose that you align with, if you really are passionate about something, you will do your absolute best to, to have the best performance and contribute to the team the best you can. And isn't that what we want? The company profits, the company succeeds, and just as much as the team, the employees, they succeed and they feel great. Thank God it's Monday. If your employees are saying thank God it's Monday instead of thank God it's Friday, then you got purpose in your company. So tomorrow, day 12, I'll see you then. Thanks for sharing. Comment below any topics, any feedback on things that I offer. Maybe I would love for you, if you're watching this video, to share in the comments below just briefly. What is the purpose of your company? Or where you work? What is their purpose? If you don't know what it is, find out what it is. But share, and we can just share this information and everybody here grows. It's all about growing together. Until next time, I'll see you later.